Good morning. It's 12:20 a.m. on July 6th, 2024, East Coast time, a little after 9 o'clock West Coast time out in Seattle, where the Mariners just took a 2-1 win in front of a home crowd at T-Mobile Park over the Toronto Blue Jays, being about 60% Toronto Blue Jays fans. It was a combined two-hitter for the Mariners, with the Mariners only giving up a home run and a single, I think. Score sheet today. We gave up a home run and a single today, and that was it. We gave up a couple of walks. It wasn't bad. Here is the score sheet. Here is the Toronto portion, so you can see that. Pretty cool. Is the Seattle portion. Now there is one deviation on my score sheet from initial score or the official score sheet. The official score sheet just means of record. Remember, I ruled the Mitch Garver reached on error in the first a hit because I just felt like it was a defensive play that was a little bit difficult. So I did that. But overall, we had a strikeout more than 10 times again. I believe it was 12. I'll double check, but I'm going to go and look at the record. The official record. I like looking at the official record for going off this. Castillo with the win, Munoz with the save, Stanek and Voth each got holds. Gausman took the loss, going to 6-8. Castillo goes to 7-9. Pretty good, pretty decent record for the run support he's had. Crawford got on base 3 times. It was awesome. He did strike out twice. Mitch got on base. Cal got on base. Julio had a 107.9 mile an hour flyout that was just so close to going out. He did get a single too. He struck out once in 4 plate appearances. It wasn't bad. Julio did pretty good today. I definitely think that was good. Mitch Haniger came in and pinch hit for Luke Raley, who had a hit with our only RBIs, and struck out. And then Robles came in and played left field for Haniger because you couldn't put Haniger in the field because in a one-run game because Haniger's defense in the outfield just isn't good enough. Every starter except Dom Canzone made it on base today. 13 total strikeouts. We had 8 hits and 5 walks, 13 base runners, so an equal number of strikeouts and base runners. But we were slugging. We were getting singles, doubles. We were walking. We were getting timely hits, and it was working out in a manner that was just very useful. If I didn't live where I do and didn't have the ability to go see Toronto's AAA team anytime I wanted to, I wouldn't have ever heard of half of their lineup today. They only had 3 guys come up to the plate 4 times. Vlad Guerrero Jr., who has been linked to the Mariners in trade talks, got his 3rd career Golden Sombrero with 4 strikeouts, 1 looking, 3 swinging. It was awesome seeing that with him not as a Mariner. If he comes to the Mariners, we want him to be able to do that. He got hit by a pitch the other day, which I wasn't aware of, on the hand, and twice his bat flew out of his hands into the stands. And one of those times, a fan wearing a Vlad Jr. shirt, a Blue Jays fan, caught it. And I just thought that was awesome. I do not be romantic about baseball, honestly. Like, legitimately, how can you not be romantic about baseball? Josh Rojas made some amazing defensive plays. There was one in the 9th where I was like, no, he's going to get a hit. And he didn't, because Josh picked it up and just threw it so. And that was really nice for us to have that happen, because Josh is definitely somebody who I think should be getting Gold Glove consideration. It's just, I don't know if he's done enough for the people who decide that. I think it's the national media, but it was great. We didn't get help from the Twins today, but they almost came back. The Houston Astros beat them 13-12. Twins actually had 17 hits to the Astros 16. We only had technically 8 or 9 hits, depending on how you scored it. But the amount of base runners we had and just the opportune hitting, putting the ball in play, all of that absolutely helped with the Mariners. Aaron Goldsmith talked about this on the broadcast about how trying to make the hard contact with the ball is stopping some of our guys from just making contact with the ball. And Scott said, yeah, we're changing up our approach to just try to make contact with the ball. So I think that's actually going to help the team moving forward. We have three against Toronto, two against San Diego, and then three against Toronto, two against San Diego, and then a couple against the Angels before the All Star break. And I think with all of that, we are actually going to be going into a good spot with the simply due to the fact that we're facing some weak competition. Yeah, we're up to 900 strikeouts. 925 strikeouts through 90 games with 65 stolen bases, caught stealing 15 times, so we've tried to steal 80. We've hit 96 home runs, 10 triples, 117 doubles, 633 hits. So, sixth of our 2/3 of our hits essentially are for extra bases. We've scored 342 runs, which the most in Major League Baseball is Baltimore and the Yankees at 450, and the least is, remember, baseball's relatively low scoring, but I think the fewest is the White Sox, who actually won today. So I'm thinking that we're in a good spot. We're getting contact on the ball. We're getting timely hitting. Matt Brash, no, not Brash. Santos started a rehab start today, or rehab assignment today, and so did Brian Wu, who's eligible to be the 15-day IL on Wednesday. So they might bring him back before the All Star break. They might not. They're being careful with him. So we'll see what happens with that. See what happens with that because you never know how that's going to go. It's a mess right now with our injuries, but there's been injuries all over baseball. Anyway, 90 games through the season, the Mariners sit at a record of 41, 8 games over 500, have a 2-game lead in the division. We're in a much better spot this year than we were last year at this time. Actually, I believe we were either 500 or a game below 500 at that point.